Today, I'll be sharing how to beat your wife. This isn't about physical fight, but about surpassing her in acts of love and generosity. It is about beating her in goodness and kindness, a challenge that might seem simple on the surface, but is truly profound in its impact. These actions are more than just kind gestures. They are groundbreaking shifts that will transform not only your relationship and marriage, but also every aspect of your life. To make this journey more meaningful, I'll share 12 ways to beat your wife, drawing from my own experiences. I've faced moments in my relationship that have taught me invaluable lessons, and these insights can guide you as you strive to lead with love, patience, and kindness. As we explore these practices, you'll discover that true growth in a relationship isn't merely about maintaining peace or fulfilling your duties. It's about intentionally outshining your partner in the areas that matter most, fostering an environment of mutual respect and profound affection. We'll blend insights from King Solomon and different wisdom traditions with real-life examples to show how you can embody these principles in your daily life. True marital growth doesn't just happen by chance. It requires embracing these principles with enthusiasm and commitment. Before we continue, please consider subscribing to this channel and turning on the notification button. Your support helps us bring more valuable content and insights to enrich your journey. So, grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and let's embark on this transformative journey together. Ready to elevate your marriage and become your best self? Let's get started. First point: beat your wife in love. In a world where marriages face countless challenges, the ability to beat your wife in love can be transformative, laying the foundation for a deeply connected and fulfilling relationship. Love is often seen as an emotion, but in reality, it's an action, a deliberate choice to prioritize your spouse's well-being above your own. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. This principle can sometimes be overshadowed by the busyness of daily life or the pressures of external expectations. However, by consciously choosing to outserve your wife, you can create a marriage that thrives on mutual respect, joy, and peace. King Solomon, renowned for his profound wisdom, offers timeless insights that can elevate this principle of love and service within marriage. In Proverbs 3:3-4, Solomon advises, "Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man." This passage underscores the importance of making love and faithfulness central to your life, particularly in marriage. By embracing these virtues, you create a relationship that not only endures, but flourishes. Imagine your marriage as a beautiful garden that requires constant care and attention. Each act of love is like a seed planted in rich soil with the potential to grow into something extraordinary. The key to nurturing this garden is consistent, intentional actions. Preparing her favorite meal after a long day, taking on chores she dislikes without being asked, or offering a heartfelt compliment just because you can. These gestures, though seemingly small, can cultivate an atmosphere of love that flourishes even in difficult seasons. Love does not dominate, it cultivates. Solomon also reminds us of the significance of wisdom in building a strong and lasting marriage. In Proverbs 24:3-4, he states, "By wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established. Through knowledge, its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures." This passage highlights that a thriving marriage is built not only on love, but also on wisdom and understanding. When you outserve your wife with thoughtful and intentional actions, you are applying Solomon's wisdom, ensuring that your relationship is grounded in mutual respect and deep connection. Embracing this principle begins with a mindset shift. It's about recognizing that your marriage is not a competition, but a partnership where each of you has the power to uplift the other. The best thing to hold on to in life is each other. By focusing on how you can outserve your wife, you shift your attention from what you might receive to what you can give. This approach not only strengthens your bond, but also deepens your love, transforming your relationship into a sanctuary of support and understanding. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've learned that the most profound acts of love often arise in the simplest moments. There was a time when my wife was going through a particularly stressful period at work. I could see the toll it was taking on her, both physically and emotionally. Instead of waiting for her to ask for help, I decided to anticipate her needs. I started preparing her favorite meals, took over some of her household responsibilities, and made sure to express my appreciation for her in the little things she did. These actions weren't grand gestures, but they came from a place of genuine love and concern. Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. This experience reminded me of a powerful truth found in 1 Corinthians 13:4-7, where love is described as patient, kind, and selfless. These verses served as a guide for my actions, encouraging me to embody love not just in words, but in deeds. By focusing on how I could serve my wife in love, I noticed a shift in our relationship, a deeper connection, more open communication, and a shared sense of peace that pervaded our home. A successful marriage requires falling in love many times, always with the same person. Just as the insightful thinkers teach us that true power lies in our responses, Solomon's wisdom also highlights the importance of speaking and acting with love in our marriages. In Proverbs 16:24, he says, "Gracious words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones." By intentionally using kind and loving words, you can create an atmosphere of peace and joy in your marriage, strengthening your relationship even in challenging times. By intentionally outserving your wife, you harness the power of love to create a marriage that is resilient, joyful, and rooted in deep mutual respect. The quality of your life is the quality of your relationships. It's about choosing to act with love, even in the small, everyday moments, and watching as those actions build a strong, lasting foundation for your marriage. To implement this principle in your life, start by identifying simple yet meaningful ways you can serve your wife each day. Consider her needs, preferences, and the things that bring her joy. Then, make it your mission to meet those needs in love. By doing so, you'll cultivate a marriage that not only withstands life's storms, but also thrives in love, kindness, and mutual respect. True love is not about perfection, it is hidden in flaws and imperfections. As you embrace the principle of outserving your wife in love, you'll find that your relationship transforms into a source of joy and strength. With love guiding your actions and Solomon's wisdom illuminating your path, you can build a marriage that reflects the true essence of partnership, one that is rich in love, peace, and unwavering support. The best relationships are the ones you never saw coming. Second point, beat her in patience. In a world where patience often feels in short supply, the ability to extend grace in trying times can profoundly impact the strength and harmony of your marriage. Patience is more than just waiting calmly. It's a deliberate choice to meet challenges with understanding and composure. Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. This principle can sometimes be overshadowed by the immediacy of modern life, where quick responses and instant gratification are the norm. However, by consciously choosing to outshine your wife in patience, you can cultivate a relationship that thrives on mutual respect, empathy, and enduring love. Think of your marriage as a finely tuned orchestra. Each moment of patience is like a carefully placed note, contributing to a harmonious and beautiful symphony. The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. The key to maintaining this harmony lies in your ability to remain composed, especially when tensions rise. Whether it's navigating a disagreement, dealing with life's unexpected hurdles, or simply enduring the minor irritations of daily life, your patience can set the tone for how these situations unfold. A moment of patience in a moment of anger can prevent 1,000 moments of regret. By responding with calm and understanding rather than frustration, you create an environment where both you and your wife can feel supported and valued, even in difficult times. Embracing this principle requires a shift in perspective. It's about recognizing that your marriage is not about who is right or wrong, but about creating a space where love and understanding can flourish. Patience is the companion of wisdom. By focusing on how you can outshine your wife in patience, you move away from reactive emotions and instead choose to respond thoughtfully and with grace. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. This approach not only strengthens your bond, but also deepens the respect and trust between you, turning challenges into opportunities for growth and connection. King Solomon often spoke of the virtues that underpin a strong and peaceful life. In Proverbs 19:11 he writes, "A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense." Solomon understood that patience is intertwined with wisdom. It is the ability to see beyond the immediate and to respond with grace rather than haste. He also declared in Ecclesiastes 7:8, "The end of a matter is better than its beginning, and patience is better than pride." This emphasizes that patience leads to greater outcomes and teaches us to value the process, not just the result. By embracing these teachings, you can create a marriage where patience is not only a virtue, but a guiding principle. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've learned that the most meaningful acts of patience often arise in the heat of the moment. There was a time when my wife and I were facing a particularly stressful period, with family obligations and work pressures converging all at once. Tensions were high, and it would have been easy to let frustration take over. Instead, I chose to pause, take a deep breath, and approach each situation with patience. To lose patience is to lose the battle. Whether it was listening to her concerns without interruption, calmly discussing solutions, or simply offering a reassuring word, these small acts of patience helped us navigate the stress together, rather than letting it drive us apart. This experience brought to mind the wisdom of Proverbs 14:29, where Solomon reminds us that whoever is patient has great understanding, but one who is quick-tempered displays folly. These words guided my actions, encouraging me to embody patience not just as a virtue, but as a powerful tool for fostering understanding and peace in our relationship. Patience is the key to contentment. By choosing patience in moments of tension, I noticed a shift in our interactions, a deeper sense of trust, more open communication, and a shared commitment to supporting each other through life's ups and downs. Just as insightful thinkers teach us that patience is the antidote to anger, Solomon's wisdom reveals that patience is a reflection of love and understanding. By intentionally outshining your wife in patience, you wield this virtue to create a marriage that is resilient, peaceful, and rooted in mutual respect. Patience and fortitude conquer all things. It's about choosing to act with patience, even when it's challenging, and watching as those actions build a strong, lasting foundation for your marriage. To implement this principle in your life, start by identifying the situations where patience is most needed. Patience is the ability to idle your motor when you feel like stripping your gears. Practice mindfulness and take a moment to pause before reacting, ensuring that your responses are guided by understanding rather than emotion. By doing so, you'll cultivate a marriage that not only endures life's challenges, but also flourishes in love, patience, and unwavering support. As you embrace the principle of outshining your wife in patience, you'll find that your relationship becomes a source of strength and tranquility. With patience guiding your actions, you can build a marriage that reflects the true essence of partnership, one that is rich in love, peace, and steadfast support. The wisdom of Solomon reminds us that patience is not just a personal virtue, but a foundational element that can elevate your marriage to a place of deep understanding and enduring love. Third point, beat your wife in generosity. In a world where love often competes with the demands of daily life, the act of giving can profoundly strengthen the bond between you and your wife. Generosity is more than just grand gestures. It's a reflection of how much you cherish and appreciate your partner. You give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. This principle can sometimes be overshadowed by routine, where the extraordinary is reserved only for special occasions. However, by consciously choosing to outgive your wife in generosity, you can cultivate a relationship that thrives on love, kindness, and deep connection. Picture your marriage as a tapestry woven with threads of love, care, and thoughtfulness. Each act of generosity is like a vibrant thread, adding color and richness to the fabric of your relationship. Generosity is giving more than you can, and pride is taking less than you need. The key to weaving this beautiful tapestry lies in your ability to give thoughtfully, especially in everyday moments. Whether it's surprising her with a heartfelt note tucked into her purse, planning an unexpected date night, or simply offering help with a task she dislikes, your generosity can create an atmosphere where love is continually nurtured and expressed. Embracing this principle requires a mindset shift. It's about recognizing that marriage is not just about receiving, but also about giving abundantly from the heart. The heart that gives, gathers. By focusing on how you can outgive your wife in generosity, you shift your perspective from what you might gain to what you can offer. This approach not only strengthens your bond, but also deepens the love and appreciation you share, transforming your relationship into a wellspring of joy and mutual respect. King Solomon, known for his profound wisdom, often emphasized the importance of generosity as a key to a blessed and fulfilling life. In Proverbs 11:24-25, he writes, "One person gives freely, yet gains even more. Another withholds unduly, but comes to poverty. A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." Solomon understood that generosity is not just an act, but a principle that governs the flow of blessings in life. By giving freely and with a sincere heart, you not only enrich your marriage, but also open the door for abundance and joy to enter your life. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've learned that the most impactful acts of generosity often come in the simplest forms. There was a time when my wife was feeling particularly overwhelmed by her responsibilities. Instead of waiting for a special occasion to show my appreciation, I decided to surprise her with small, thoughtful gestures. No one has ever become poor by giving. I left notes in her purse, picked up her favorite dessert on my way home, and even arranged a spontaneous evening out just to remind her how much she means to me. These acts weren't about the size or cost, but about the thought and love behind them. This experience reminded me of Solomon's wisdom in Ecclesiastes 11:1. "Cast your bread upon the waters, for you will find it after many days." This verse highlights the importance of giving without expecting immediate returns, trusting that the rewards of generosity will come back to you in unexpected and meaningful ways. By embracing generosity as a daily practice, I noticed a shift in our relationship, a deeper sense of appreciation, more frequent expressions of love, and a shared joy that permeated our interactions. Just as insightful thinkers teach us the value of selflessness, Solomon's teachings remind us that generosity is an expression of love and faith. It is not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving. By intentionally outgiving your wife in generosity, you wield this virtue to create a marriage that is resilient, joyful, and rooted in deep mutual affection. It's about choosing to give with an open heart, even in the small, everyday moments, and watching as those actions build a strong, lasting foundation for your marriage. To implement this principle in your life, start by identifying simple yet meaningful ways you can be generous each day. Whether through thoughtful gifts, kind words, or acts of service, let your generosity reflect the love you have for your wife. A kind gesture can reach a wound that only compassion can heal. As Solomon wisely observed in Proverbs 22:9, "The generous will themselves be blessed, for they share their food with the poor." By doing so, you'll cultivate a marriage that not only survives the trials of life, but also thrives in love, generosity, and unwavering support. As you embrace the principle of outgiving your wife in generosity, you'll find that your relationship becomes a source of joy and fulfillment. With generosity guiding your actions, you can build a marriage that reflects the true essence of partnership, one that is rich in love, peace, and a deep, abiding connection. Solomon's wisdom reminds us that through generosity, we create a legacy of love that enriches not only our lives, but also the lives of those we hold dear. Fourth point, beat your wife in forgiveness. In a world where misunderstandings and conflicts are inevitable, the act of forgiveness can profoundly shape the strength and harmony of your marriage. Forgiveness is more than just letting go of grievances. It's a powerful testament to the depth of your love and commitment. To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that the prisoner was you. This principle can sometimes be overshadowed by pride or the desire to be right, but by consciously choosing to outdo your wife in forgiveness, you can foster a relationship that thrives on grace, understanding, and unwavering support. Imagine your marriage as a beautiful garden, where each act of forgiveness is like a nourishing rain that helps your love to flourish. Forgiveness does not change the past, but it does enlarge the future. The key to cultivating this garden lies in your willingness to forgive quickly and fully, especially in moments of tension or hurt. Whether it's a minor disagreement or a more significant issue, your ability to forgive readily and without reservation can create an environment where both you and your wife feel safe, valued, and deeply connected. Embracing this principle requires a shift in perspective. Holding a grudge doesn't make you strong, it makes you bitter. It's about recognizing that marriage is not about keeping score or holding on to past wrongs, but about creating a space where love and healing can take root. By focusing on how you can outdo your wife in forgiveness, you move away from harboring resentment and instead choose to respond with compassion and grace. Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. This approach not only strengthens your bond, but also cultivates a culture of forgiveness in your relationship, turning challenges into opportunities for growth and deeper connection. King Solomon, renowned for his wisdom, offered timeless insights on the power of forgiveness. In Proverbs 19:11 he writes, "A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense." Solomon understood that true wisdom lies in the ability to let go of anger and choose forgiveness, recognizing that doing so not only brings peace to the forgiver, but also elevates the entire relationship. By embracing this mindset, you can transform conflicts into opportunities for growth, allowing love and understanding to flourish. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've learned that the most meaningful acts of forgiveness often come in moments of vulnerability. Forgiveness is not an occasional act, it is a constant attitude. There was a time when a misunderstanding between my wife and me led to a period of tension. It would have been easy to let hurt feelings linger, but instead I chose to forgive quickly and focus on understanding her perspective. The weak can never forgive, Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. By approaching the situation with patience and a desire to heal rather than hurt, we were able to move past the disagreement and come out stronger on the other side. This experience brought to mind the wisdom of Solomon in Proverbs 17:9, which states, "Whoever would foster love covers over an offense, but whoever repeats the matter separates close friends." These words guided my actions, reminding me that forgiveness is not just a virtue, but a necessary practice for maintaining the closeness and intimacy that a strong marriage requires. By choosing to forgive, I noticed a shift in our relationship, a deeper sense of peace, more open communication, and a mutual commitment to nurturing our bond even in difficult times. Just as insightful thinkers teach us that holding on to anger harms us more than those who wronged us, the Bible teaches us that forgiveness is a reflection of God's love. To forgive is the highest, most beautiful form of love. In return, you will receive untold peace and happiness. By intentionally outdoing your wife in forgiveness, you wield this virtue to create a marriage that is resilient, peaceful, and rooted in unconditional love. Forgiveness is the key to action and freedom. It's about choosing to forgive, even when it's hard, and watching as those actions build a strong, lasting foundation for your marriage. To implement this principle in your life, start by being mindful of how you respond to misunderstandings or hurt. Practice being quick to forgive and slow to anger, ensuring that your actions are guided by love rather than pride. Forgive others, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace. Solomon's wisdom in Proverbs 10:12 also offers guidance. Hatred stirs up conflict, but love covers over all wrongs. By doing so, you'll cultivate a marriage that not only endures life's challenges, but also flourishes in forgiveness, grace, and unwavering support. As you embrace the principle of outdoing your wife in forgiveness, you'll find that your relationship becomes a source of strength and tranquility. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. With forgiveness guiding your actions, you can build a marriage that reflects the true essence of partnership, one that is rich in love, peace, and a deep, abiding connection. Solomon's teachings remind us that through forgiveness, we nurture the kind of love that can withstand any storm, creating a lasting bond built on mutual respect, compassion, and understanding. Fifth point, beat your wife in listening with empathy. In a world where communication often competes with the noise of daily distractions, the act of truly listening can profoundly deepen the connection between you and your wife. Empathy is more than just hearing words. It's about fully engaging with your partner's thoughts and feelings. When you listen with empathy to another person, you give that person psychological air. This principle can sometimes be overshadowed by the hustle of life, where conversations become routine or rushed. However, by consciously choosing to outlisten your wife in empathy, you can cultivate a relationship that thrives on understanding, respect, and emotional intimacy. Picture your marriage as a finely tuned instrument, where each note represents a moment of connection. Listening is an act of love. Each act of empathetic listening is like a harmonious chord, adding depth and resonance to the melody of your relationship. The key to playing this beautiful music lies in your ability to listen thoughtfully, especially in everyday moments. Whether it's setting aside your phone during a conversation, maintaining eye contact, or simply being fully present when she speaks, your attentiveness can create an atmosphere where her thoughts and feelings are valued and understood. Embracing this principle requires a shift in focus. The first duty of love is to listen. It's about recognizing that marriage is not just about expressing your own needs, but also about understanding and responding to your wife's. By focusing on how you can outlisten her in empathy, you shift your perspective from what you want to say to what she needs to express. This approach not only strengthens your bond, but also fosters a deeper emotional connection, transforming your relationship into a sanctuary of trust and mutual respect. King Solomon, renowned for his unparalleled wisdom, offers timeless insights that can guide this journey of empathetic listening. In Proverbs 18:13, Solomon warns, "To answer before listening, that is folly and shame." Solomon understood that the act of truly listening before speaking is not only a sign of wisdom, but also a cornerstone of a strong and healthy relationship. By heeding this wisdom, you create space for your wife's thoughts and feelings, demonstrating that her voice is valued and respected. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've learned that the most impactful moments of connection often come when I simply listen without judgment or interruption. Most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. There was a time when my wife was going through a particularly challenging period. Instead of offering immediate solutions or advice, I chose to sit with her, listen attentively, and acknowledge her feelings. This act of empathetic listening wasn't about fixing the problem, but about showing her that I was there for her, fully present and engaged. Listening is being able to be changed by the other person. This experience reminded me of the wisdom in James 1:19, which advises us to be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. These words inspired me to embrace listening not just as a skill, but as a daily practice that could nurture and strengthen our marriage. Solomon's teachings in Proverbs 17:27 further echo this sentiment. The one who has knowledge uses words with restraint, and whoever has understanding is even-tempered. By choosing to listen empathetically, I noticed a shift in our relationship, a deeper sense of connection, more open communication, and a shared understanding that brought us closer together. Just as the insightful thinkers teach us the value of understanding others before being understood, the Bible teaches us that listening is a form of love. One of the most sincere forms of respect is actually listening to what another has to say. Solomon's wisdom, particularly in Proverbs 15:1, underscores this truth. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. By intentionally out-listening your wife in empathy, you wield this virtue to create a marriage that is resilient, compassionate, and rooted in deep mutual affection. It's about choosing to listen with an open heart, even in the small, everyday moments, and watching as those actions build a strong, lasting foundation for your marriage. To implement this principle in your life, start by being mindful of how you listen during your conversations. Practice setting aside distractions, maintaining eye contact, and giving your full attention to your wife when she speaks. By doing so, you'll cultivate a marriage that not only survives the trials of life, but also thrives in empathy, understanding, and unwavering support. As you embrace the principle of out-listening your wife in empathy, you'll find that your relationship becomes a source of deep connection and fulfillment. With empathy guiding your actions, you can build a marriage that reflects the true essence of partnership. Sixth point. Beat your wife in work effort. In a world where demands often compete with the time and energy we invest in our relationships, the act of putting in consistent effort in your marriage can profoundly strengthen the bond between you and your wife. Marriage is not just a bond, it is a partnership of equals. Effort is more than just fulfilling duties. It's about actively contributing to a partnership built on love and mutual purpose. This principle can sometimes be overshadowed by the busyness of life, where routine tasks and responsibilities take precedence over intentional acts of love. A successful marriage requires falling in love many times, always with the same person. However, by consciously choosing to outwork your wife in effort, you can cultivate a marriage that thrives on dedication, shared goals, and deep connection. King Solomon, renowned for his wisdom, understood the value of diligence and effort in all endeavors, including relationships. In Proverbs 14:23, he states, "All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty." This highlights the importance of putting in the work to build a strong marriage, rather than relying solely on words or intentions. By consistently investing effort, you lay the groundwork for a marriage that is both fulfilling and enduring. Picture your marriage as a sturdy home, where each act of effort is like a brick, adding stability and strength to the structure of your relationship. The foundation of every strong relationship is built on trust, love, and consistent effort. The key to building this strong foundation lies in your willingness to give your best in every aspect of your life together. Whether it's excelling in your career, taking on household duties with enthusiasm, or investing time and energy into nurturing your relationship. The love you invest in your marriage today will be the strength that carries you both tomorrow. Your efforts can create an environment where love and purpose flourish, providing a safe and secure space for both of you. King Solomon also recognized the significance of working together in harmony. Ecclesiastes 4:9-10 reminds us, "Two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up." This passage underscores the importance of mutual support and effort in a marriage. When both partners are committed to working together, they can overcome challenges and build a relationship that is resilient and rewarding. Embracing this principle requires a shift in mindset. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. It's about recognizing that marriage is not just about shared responsibilities, but also about leading by example through your work ethic and commitment. Lead by example. Your actions will speak louder than your words. By focusing on how you can outwork her in effort, you shift your perspective from simply getting things done to putting in your best effort for the sake of your partnership. This approach not only strengthens your bond, but also fosters a sense of shared purpose, transforming your relationship into a thriving, purposeful union. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've learned that the most fulfilling moments in marriage often come from working together towards a common goal. Great things are not done by impulse, but by a series of small things brought together. There was a time when we were both juggling demanding jobs and household responsibilities. Instead of letting the stress divide us, I chose to step up and take on more than my share of the workload. In every relationship, it's the small efforts that build the biggest bridges. My wife noticed the extra effort I was putting in, and it inspired her to do the same. This mutual commitment to outworking each other wasn't about competition, but about showing each other that we were in this together, fully committed to building a life filled with love and purpose. This experience reminded me of the wisdom in Colossians 3:23, which advises, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters." These words inspired me to approach effort in marriage not just as a task, but as an expression of love and devotion. True love is less about grand gestures and more about consistent effort. By choosing to lead with effort, I noticed a shift in our relationship, a deeper sense of teamwork, more harmonious interactions, and a shared determination that brought us closer together. King Solomon teaches us the value of persistence and dedication. Proverbs 12:24 declares, "Diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in forced labor." This reinforces the idea that effort and hard work lead to success and fulfillment, both in our professional lives and in our marriages. By consistently putting in the effort, you are laying the groundwork for a relationship that is built on mutual respect, love, and shared goals. Just as insightful thinkers remind us to focus on what is within our control, the Bible teaches us that effort is a form of service. Effort is the key to unlocking the potential in every relationship. By intentionally outworking your wife in effort, you demonstrate this service, creating a marriage that is resilient, purposeful, and rooted in mutual commitment. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. It's about choosing to give your best, even in the small, everyday tasks, and watching as those actions build a strong, lasting foundation for your marriage. To implement this principle in your life, start by being mindful of the effort you put into your daily routines and interactions. Consistency is the true foundation of trust. Either keep your promises or do not make them. Whether it's through your work, your contributions at home, or the time you invest in your relationship, let your effort be a testament to your love and dedication. By doing so, you'll cultivate a marriage that not only survives the challenges of life, but also thrives in purpose, love, and a deep, abiding connection. As you embrace the principle of outworking your wife in effort, you'll find that your relationship becomes a source of strength and fulfillment. A great marriage is not when the perfect couple comes together, but when an imperfect couple learns to enjoy their differences. 7th point, beat your wife in faith. In a world where the demands of daily life can easily overshadow the spiritual aspects of our relationships, the act of prioritizing faith in your marriage can profoundly deepen the bond between you and your wife. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. Faith is more than just personal belief. It's about actively nurturing a spiritual partnership built on a shared commitment to God. This principle can sometimes be neglected amidst the busyness of life, where worldly concerns take precedence over spiritual growth. However, by consciously choosing to outpray your wife in faith, you can cultivate a marriage that thrives on spiritual intimacy, shared devotion, and a deep connection with God. The family that prays together stays together. Picture your marriage as a sacred journey, where each prayer is like a stepping stone, guiding you both closer to God and to each other. Where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am there among them. The key to this spiritual journey lies in your willingness to lead in faith, whether it's through initiating prayer, studying the Word of God together, or encouraging her spiritual growth. Your efforts to prioritize faith can create an environment where spiritual intimacy flourishes, providing a strong, unshakable foundation for your relationship. Unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain. King Solomon, renowned for his divine wisdom, emphasizes the importance of seeking God's guidance in all endeavors. In Proverbs 3:5-6, he advises, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." This counsel speaks directly to the heart of spiritual leadership in marriage. By placing God at the center and seeking his direction, you ensure that your marriage is guided by divine wisdom and grace. Embracing this principle requires a shift in perspective. It's about recognizing that marriage is not just about navigating life's challenges together, but also about growing closer to God as a united front. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. By focusing on how you can outpray her in faith, you shift your approach from merely maintaining spiritual practices to actively leading and nurturing a shared relationship with God. This mindset not only strengthens your bond with each other, but also deepens your relationship with God, transforming your marriage into a covenant grounded in faith and mutual devotion. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've learned that the most profound moments in marriage often stem from shared spiritual practices. Faith does not make things easy, it makes them possible. There was a time when we were both facing difficult decisions and uncertainties. Instead of relying solely on our own understanding, I chose to lead us in prayer, seeking God's guidance together. My wife felt comforted and strengthened by this act of spiritual leadership, and it drew us closer not just to each other, but to God. This mutual commitment to outpray each other wasn't about outdoing one another, but about deepening our connection with God and each other through faith. A praying husband is a powerful husband. This experience reminded me of the wisdom in 1 Thessalonians 5:17, which encourages us to pray without ceasing. These words inspired me to approach prayer in marriage not just as a routine, but as a powerful act of devotion that can heal, guide, and strengthen. By choosing to lead with prayer, I noticed a shift in our relationship, a deeper sense of peace, more aligned goals, and a shared spiritual intimacy that brought us closer together. When we put God first, all other things fall into their proper place. Solomon, in Ecclesiastes 4:9-12, also highlights the strength found in unity and partnership. Two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. This passage beautifully illustrates the power of a marriage bound by faith, where each partner supports and uplifts the other, creating a strong, resilient bond that can withstand any trial. Just as insightful thinkers teach us about the power of internal mastery, the Bible teaches us that prayer is a vital connection to the divine. By intentionally outpraying your wife in faith, you demonstrate this spiritual leadership, creating a marriage that is resilient, God-centered, and rooted in mutual devotion. Prayer is the key to heaven, but faith unlocks the door. It's about choosing to bring faith into every aspect of your life, even in the small, everyday moments, and watching as those actions build a strong, lasting foundation for your marriage. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and your plans will succeed. To implement this principle in your life, start by being intentional about your spiritual practices. Whether it's through leading prayer, reading scripture together, or encouraging each other in your walk with God, let your faith be a testament to your love and dedication. Let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth. By doing so, you'll cultivate a marriage that not only withstands the challenges of life, but also thrives in spiritual growth, love, and a deep, abiding connection with God and each other. The love of God is a flame that never dies. As you embrace the principle of outpraying your wife in faith, you'll find that your relationship becomes a source of spiritual strength and fulfillment. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. 8 point. Beat your wife in comfort. In the journey of marriage, where challenges often test our commitment, out-comforting your wife during tough times can be a powerful way to strengthen your bond. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. While love is frequently portrayed as a feeling, it is, in essence, an actionable commitment to be a source of support and solace for your spouse. Love is not what you say, but what you do. This commitment can sometimes be overshadowed by the routine demands of life or the pressures of external circumstances. However, by intentionally choosing to outcomfort your wife, you can foster a relationship built on deep empathy, trust, and unwavering support. Love always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Visualize your marriage as a sanctuary that requires tender care and ongoing attention. Home is not a place, it's a feeling. Each act of comfort is like a gentle balm applied to a wound, helping to heal and soothe. The essence of nurturing this space lies in consistent, deliberate actions, offering a comforting embrace after a challenging day, providing a listening ear when she needs to vent, or simply being present with her during moments of distress. The smallest act of kindness is worth more than the grandest intention. These seemingly small gestures can create a nurturing environment where love and reassurance flourish even amid life's trials. In the end, it's not the big things that matter, but the little things done with great love. Embracing this principle requires a shift in perspective. It's about understanding that your marriage is not merely about sharing joys, but also about being a pillar of support during difficulties. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. By focusing on how you can outcomfort your wife, you redirect your energy from what you might need to what you can offer. This approach not only reinforces your emotional connection, but also deepens your mutual trust, transforming your relationship into a haven of compassion and understanding. Bear one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've realized that the most impactful acts of comfort often emerge in the simplest interactions. Comfort is not just about being there, it's about being present. There was a period when my wife faced significant stress and uncertainty. Rather than waiting for her to reach out for help, I took the initiative to offer support. I ensured that she had a calming environment to unwind, shared encouraging words to lift her spirits, and provided a steady presence to help her navigate through the tough times. Sometimes the best way to show you care is to simply listen. These actions, though unremarkable in their grandeur, came from a place of genuine empathy and concern. Love is when someone else's happiness is more important than your own. This experience brought to mind a profound truth found in 1 Corinthians 13:4-7, where love is described as patient, kind, and enduring. These verses guided my actions, reminding me that comfort is not merely about words, but also about deeds. Love is an action word. By focusing on how I could be a source of comfort for my wife, I noticed a positive shift in our relationship, a deeper connection, increased openness, and a shared sense of calm that permeated our home. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. Drawing from the wisdom of King Solomon, we are reminded that true comfort and support in marriage stem from the heart's wisdom and understanding. Solomon writes in Proverbs 3:13-14, "Blessed is the one who finds wisdom and the one who gets understanding, for the gain from her is better than gain from silver, and her profit better than gold." By seeking wisdom in how to comfort your wife, you gain something far more valuable than material wealth, a marriage built on understanding, compassion, and lasting love. Solomon also teaches in Proverbs 31:10-11, "A wife of noble character who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value." This scripture emphasizes the importance of valuing and supporting your wife, recognizing her worth and ensuring she feels cherished and secure in your marriage. Just as the insightful thinkers teach that true strength lies in our responses, the Bible emphasizes that love is the greatest force we can wield. Love never fails. By intentionally outcomforting your wife, you harness this power to build a marriage that is resilient, supportive, and rooted in profound mutual respect. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. It's about choosing to act with compassion, even in the small, everyday moments, and watching as these actions create a strong, lasting foundation for your marriage. Do everything in love. To apply this principle in your life, start by identifying simple yet impactful ways you can provide comfort to your wife each day. Serve one another humbly in love. Consider her needs, her struggles, and the things that bring her solace. Then, make it your mission to be there for her in love. By doing so, you'll cultivate a marriage that not only withstands life's storms, but also thrives in empathy, kindness, and mutual respect. Love is not self-seeking. As you embrace the principle of out-comforting your wife, you'll find that your relationship transforms into a source of strength and reassurance. 9th point. Beat your wife in kindness. In the journey of marriage, where everyday interactions shape the foundation of your relationship, outshining your wife in kindness can be a transformative way to nurture and strengthen your bond. A kind word is like a spring day. While kindness is often viewed as a simple trait, it is fundamentally an intentional commitment to uplift and inspire your spouse. As King Solomon, renowned for his wisdom, reminds us in Proverbs 31:26. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. This commitment to kindness can sometimes be overshadowed by the demands of daily life or the pressures of external expectations. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. However, by consciously choosing to outshine your wife in kindness, you can cultivate a marriage rich in respect, joy, and harmony. Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. Picture your marriage as a garden that thrives on the warmth of the sun and the nourishment of the soil. A loving heart is the truest wisdom. Each act of kindness is like a ray of sunlight or a drop of water, essential for the flourishing of this garden. Kindness is the sunshine in which virtue grows. King Solomon also noted in Proverbs 11:17, "A man who is kind benefits himself, but a cruel man hurts himself." The key to nurturing this environment lies in consistent, thoughtful actions, offering a genuine compliment when she least expects it, showing appreciation for the little things she does, or engaging in acts of service that reflect your respect and care. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. These gestures, though seemingly small, can create a loving atmosphere where kindness becomes a natural part of your daily interactions. Kindness is in our power, even when fondness is not. Embracing this principle involves a shift in focus. The only way to have a friend is to be one. It's about recognizing that your marriage is not just about sharing moments of happiness, but also about being a beacon of kindness through all circumstances. King Solomon, known for his deep understanding of human nature, teaches us in Proverbs 19:22, "What is desired in a man is kindness, and a poor man is better than a liar." By focusing on how you can outshine your wife in kindness, you move your attention from what you might gain to what you can give. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. This approach not only enhances your connection, but also deepens the mutual respect in your relationship, transforming your marriage into a harmonious haven of love and understanding. The greatest work that kindness does to others is that it makes them kind themselves. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've come to realize that the most profound acts of kindness often manifest in the simplest ways. It is the little acts of kindness that make a big difference. One notable instance was when my wife was feeling particularly overwhelmed by various pressures in her life. Rather than waiting for her to express her need for support, I took the initiative to show kindness proactively. Kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. I understood that the depth of my support would come not from grand gestures, but from consistent, thoughtful actions. I made sure to express my appreciation for her daily efforts, acknowledging the often unnoticed contributions she made. A single act of kindness throws out roots in all directions. I engaged in acts of service, such as taking on additional household chores or handling tasks she typically managed, all without being prompted. This proactive approach was not just about alleviating her workload, but about showing her that I was fully present and supportive. Kindness is the golden chain by which society is bound together. Additionally, I provided emotional support through gentle, affirming words, offering reassurance and comfort during her moments of stress. These actions, though seemingly small and unremarkable, were deeply rooted in a place of sincere love and respect. By focusing on these everyday expressions of kindness, I reinforced our bond and demonstrated my unwavering support. This experience underscored the importance of understanding that kindness is not merely about performing grandiose acts, but about consistently showing love and consideration in everyday moments. Through these small, deliberate acts of kindness, I witnessed a transformation in our relationship, where mutual respect and affection deepened significantly. Applying this principle of kindness brought to mind the essence of Colossians 3:12, which encourages us to clothe ourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. A kind gesture can reach a wound that only compassion can heal. These virtues guided my actions, reminding me that kindness is not merely a matter of words, but of deeds. As Solomon wisely observed in Proverbs 21:21, "Whoever pursues righteousness and kindness will find life, righteousness, and honor." By focusing on how I could outshine my wife in kindness, I observed a positive transformation in our relationship, a deeper connection, improved communication, and a shared sense of warmth that permeated our home. Love and kindness are never wasted. They always make a difference. Just as the insightful thinkers teach us that true wisdom lies in practicing virtue, the Bible teaches that kindness is a powerful force for good. What wisdom can you find that is greater than kindness? By intentionally outshining your wife in kindness, you harness this power to create a marriage that is supportive, uplifting, and rooted in deep mutual respect. Tenderness and kindness are not signs of weakness and despair, but manifestations of strength and resolution. It's about choosing to act with generosity, even in the everyday moments, and watching as these actions build a strong, lasting foundation for your relationship. The simplest acts of kindness are by far more powerful than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. To integrate this principle into your life, start by identifying simple yet meaningful ways you can show kindness to your wife each day. Do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can. Consider her needs, her challenges, and the things that make her feel cherished. Then, make it your mission to consistently offer kindness in both words and actions. Every act of kindness is a piece of love we leave behind. By doing so, you'll foster a marriage that not only navigates life's ups and downs, but also thrives in love, respect, and mutual appreciation. Kindness is the root of all good things. As you embrace the principle of outshining your wife in kindness, you'll find that your relationship blossoms into a source of joy and connection. Where there is love, there is life. 10th point. Beat your wife in encouragement. In the journey of marriage, where everyday interactions shape the foundation of your relationship, outshining your wife in encouragement can be a powerful way to nurture and strengthen your bond. Encouragement is the fuel that drives people to do their best. While encouragement may seem like a simple gesture, it is fundamentally an intentional effort to uplift and motivate your spouse. Words of encouragement can lift someone from the depths of despair. This effort can sometimes be overshadowed by the daily grind or external pressures. Encouragement is the oxygen of the soul. However, by consciously choosing to outshine your wife in encouragement, you can cultivate a marriage that thrives on mutual support, respect, and positive reinforcement. To encourage means to inspire with courage, spirit, or confidence. Imagine your marriage as a journey where each word of encouragement acts as a compass, guiding both of you toward shared goals and dreams. Encouragement is not a matter of what you say, but what you do. Each act of encouragement is like a supportive nudge that propels your spouse toward their aspirations. A word of encouragement during a failure is worth more than an hour of praise after success. The key to nurturing this environment lies in consistent, sincere actions, celebrating her achievements, providing support during challenges, and consistently affirming her efforts. The most beautiful thing you can wear is encouragement. These actions, though simple, can create an environment where encouragement becomes a natural part of your daily interactions. Embracing this principle requires a shift in focus. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. It's about recognizing that your marriage is not just about sharing moments of joy, but also about actively supporting and uplifting each other through all circumstances. Encouragement is the act of giving someone the confidence to continue. By focusing on how you can outshine your wife in encouragement, you direct your energy from what you might need to what you can offer. Encouragement is a vital part of any successful relationship. This approach not only enhances your emotional connection, but also deepens mutual respect, transforming your marriage into a supportive and inspiring partnership. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've come to realize that the most impactful encouragement often comes in the simplest forms. The best way to encourage others is by demonstrating your belief in them. There was a time when my wife was facing significant challenges. Instead of waiting for her to seek support, I took the initiative to offer encouragement. A little encouragement can make a big difference. I made sure to affirm her strengths, provide motivational words, and offer practical help. Encouragement is the best gift you can give. These actions, though not extravagant, came from a place of genuine belief in her abilities and a desire to see her succeed. King Solomon provides profound insights that can guide this principle. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in pictures of silver, Proverbs 25:11. This teaches us that well-timed, encouraging words are invaluable. In all labor there is profit, but mere talk tends only to poverty. Proverbs 14:23. Solomon underscores the importance of not just speaking encouragement, but also translating it into supportive actions that yield meaningful results. This experience brought to mind the essence of 1 Thessalonians 5:11, which encourages us to encourage one another and build each other up. Encouragement is like a spark that can ignite greatness in others. These verses guided my actions, reminding me that encouragement is not just about words, but also about support and belief. To encourage is to show the way. By focusing on how I could outshine my wife in encouragement, I observed a positive transformation in our relationship, a deeper connection, enhanced trust, and a shared sense of accomplishment that enriched our partnership. Encouragement is the key to unlocking the potential in others. Just as the insightful thinkers teach us that true success comes from uplifting others, the Bible teaches that encouragement is a powerful tool for growth. The true measure of success is how you help others succeed. By intentionally outshining your wife in encouragement, you harness this power to create a marriage that is supportive, motivating, and rooted in mutual respect. Encouragement is the heart of support. It's about choosing to act with optimism and support, even in the small, everyday moments, and watching as these actions build a strong, lasting foundation for your relationship. Encouragement can transform lives. To implement this principle in your life, start by identifying simple yet impactful ways you can offer encouragement to your wife each day. Encouragement is a gift that keeps on giving. Consider her dreams, her struggles, and the areas where she needs support. Then, make it your mission to be a source of motivation and positive reinforcement. Encouragement is the light that guides people through their darkest times. By doing so, you'll foster a marriage that not only navigates life's challenges, but also thrives in encouragement, mutual respect, and shared growth. As you embrace the principle of outshining your wife in encouragement, you'll find that your relationship transforms into a source of mutual inspiration and strength. Encouragement is the best gift you can give to yourself and others. With encouragement guiding your actions, you can build a marriage that reflects the true essence of partnership, one that is enriched by support, respect, and unwavering motivation. Encouragement is the best way to show love. 11th point. Beat your wife in thoughtful gestures. In the journey of marriage, where everyday interactions shape the foundation of your relationship, outshining your wife in thoughtful gestures can be a transformative way to nurture and strengthen your bond. Thoughtful gestures are like small seeds that grow into a beautiful garden of affection. While thoughtful gestures may seem like minor actions, they fundamentally reflect a deep commitment to show care and appreciation. The best way to show love is through thoughtful actions. This commitment can sometimes be overshadowed by the busyness of life or the demands of daily routines. It's not the big things, but the small, thoughtful gestures that truly matter. However, by intentionally choosing to outshine your wife in thoughtful gestures, you can cultivate a marriage rich in appreciation, affection, and harmony. The little things in a relationship are often the most meaningful. Visualize your marriage as a canvas where each thoughtful gesture adds color and depth to your relationship. Small acts of kindness are like brushstrokes that paint a beautiful picture of love. Each gesture is like a stroke of care that enhances the overall picture of your marriage. Thoughtfulness is the art of making someone feel valued and cherished. The key to nurturing this environment lies in consistent, considerate actions, surprising her with a favorite treat, remembering important dates, or doing something special without being asked. Thoughtfulness is the best form of flattery. These gestures, though seemingly small, create a loving atmosphere where appreciation becomes a natural part of your daily interactions. Embracing this principle requires a shift in focus. It's not about grand gestures, but the everyday moments of care and attention. It's about understanding that your marriage is not just about sharing joys, but also about actively showing appreciation and love through thoughtful actions. The best relationships are built on small, thoughtful actions. By focusing on how you can outshine your wife in thoughtful gestures, you move your attention from what you might receive to what you can give. Thoughtful gestures are the cornerstone of a strong, loving relationship. This approach not only enhances your emotional connection, but also deepens the mutual respect and affection in your relationship, transforming your marriage into a haven of care and consideration. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've come to realize that the most impactful gestures often come in the simplest forms. A simple act of kindness can brighten someone's entire day. There was a time when my wife was going through a challenging period. Instead of waiting for her to express her needs, I took the initiative to show thoughtfulness. Sometimes, the smallest things can make the biggest difference. I surprised her with a handwritten note, cooked her favorite meal, and made an effort to be extra attentive to her needs. Thoughtful gestures are the heartbeat of a loving relationship. These actions, though not extravagant, stemmed from a place of genuine love and appreciation. This experience reminded me of the wisdom in Proverbs 31:28, where it says, "Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her." Thoughtfulness is the glue that binds hearts together. These words guided my actions, reinforcing that thoughtful gestures are not just about grand displays, but about everyday acts of love. True love is expressed through consistent, thoughtful actions. By focusing on how I could outshine my wife in thoughtful gestures, I noticed a positive transformation in our relationship, a deeper connection, increased happiness, and a shared sense of warmth that enriched our lives. King Solomon offers profound insights on the value of thoughtful actions. A kind word is like a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. Proverbs 16:24. This verse emphasizes that thoughtful words and actions are nourishing to the spirit and essential for building a loving relationship. The wise of heart will receive commandments, but a prating fool will fall. Proverbs 10:8. Solomon's wisdom here reminds us that those who act with thoughtful care and consideration are truly wise, while empty words without action are futile. A joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Proverbs 17:22. Solomon underscores the importance of maintaining a joyful and thoughtful approach in nurturing relationships. Just as insightful thinkers and biblical wisdom tell us, small acts of kindness can lead to profound changes. Thoughtfulness is a way to show deep care and affection. By intentionally outshining your wife in thoughtful gestures, you harness this principle to create a marriage that is supportive, appreciative, and rooted in deep mutual respect. The essence of love is found in the little things we do for each other. It's about choosing to act with care, even in the small, everyday moments, and watching as these actions build a strong, lasting foundation for your relationship. Thoughtful actions create a loving, enduring bond. To implement this principle in your life, start by identifying simple yet meaningful ways you can show thoughtfulness to your wife each day. A thoughtful gesture is worth 1,000 words. Consider her likes, her needs, and the things that make her feel valued. The smallest gestures can have the greatest impact. Then, make it your mission to consistently offer these thoughtful acts. Thoughtfulness is a key ingredient in a loving relationship. By doing so, you'll foster a marriage that not only thrives in appreciation and care, but also in lasting love and mutual respect. As you embrace the principle of outshining your wife in thoughtful gestures, you'll find that your relationship blossoms into a source of joy and connection. Thoughtful actions are the heartbeat of a strong, loving marriage. 12 point. Beat your wife in shared experience. Shared experiences are the threads that weave the fabric of a strong relationship. While shared experiences are often seen as enjoyable moments, they fundamentally represent an intentional effort to connect and grow together. The richness of a relationship is measured by the experiences you share. This commitment can sometimes be overshadowed by individual pursuits or busy schedules. The best relationships are built on a foundation of shared memories and experiences. However, by intentionally choosing to outshine your wife in creating meaningful shared experiences, you can cultivate a marriage rich in connection, joy, and mutual understanding. Shared experiences foster a deeper bond than words alone. Imagine your marriage as a journey where each shared experience adds depth and meaning to your relationship. Experiences shared together are the building blocks of a strong, lasting connection. Each experience, whether grand or simple, serves as a milestone that brings you closer. Creating memories together is one of the greatest gifts you can give. The key to nurturing this environment lies in actively seeking and creating opportunities for shared moments, planning a special outing, starting a new hobby together, or simply enjoying quiet time together. The joy of shared experiences is the glue that holds hearts together. These actions, though varied in scope, contribute to a loving atmosphere where shared experiences become a natural part of your relationship. Embracing this principle requires a shift in focus. A strong marriage is built on a foundation of shared moments and mutual growth. It's about understanding that your marriage is not just about individual satisfaction, but about creating a life filled with shared joy and experiences. Shared experiences are the heartbeat of a thriving relationship. By focusing on how you can outshine your wife in creating shared experiences, you redirect your energy from individual pursuits to collective growth. The most meaningful relationships are those built on a foundation of shared memories. This approach not only enhances your emotional connection, but also deepens the mutual respect and joy in your relationship, transforming your marriage into a journey filled with memorable moments. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've come to realize that the most impactful shared experiences often come from the simplest activities. The best memories are made when you're together, not when you're apart. There was a time when my wife and I decided to take up a new hobby together. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, we embraced the opportunity to learn and grow together. Creating memories together is one of the greatest gifts you can give. We found joy in exploring new activities, celebrating small victories, and simply being present with each other. The beauty of shared experiences lies in their simplicity and authenticity. These moments, though not extraordinary, came from a place of genuine desire to connect and build our shared life. This experience reminded me of Ecclesiastes 4:9, which says, "Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor." The joy of shared experiences is unmatched by anything else. These words guided my actions, emphasizing that shared experiences are not just about the activities themselves, but about the connection they foster. Shared moments create lasting bonds that enrich our lives. By focusing on how I could outshine my wife in creating shared experiences, I noticed a positive transformation in our relationship, a deeper connection, enhanced communication, and a shared sense of fulfillment that enriched our lives. Creating shared experiences is a powerful way to build a lasting connection. King Solomon illuminates the value of shared experiences. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. Proverbs 17:17. Solomon underscores the importance of steadfast companionship and shared experiences in building strong relationships. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Proverbs 27:17. This verse highlights how mutual experiences and interactions strengthen and refine our relationships. In the multitude of counselors there is safety. Proverbs 11:14. Solomon emphasizes the value of shared wisdom and experiences in creating a safe and enriching relationship. Just as insightful thinkers and biblical wisdom tell us, true fulfillment comes from meaningful connections. The essence of a strong marriage is found in the moments you share together. By intentionally outshining your wife in creating shared experiences, you harness this principle to build a marriage that is rich in connection, joy, and mutual understanding. Creating memories together strengthens the bond that holds you together. It's about choosing to actively engage in shared moments, even in the small, everyday experiences, and watching as these actions build a strong, lasting foundation for your relationship. Shared experiences are the heartbeat of a loving, enduring marriage. To implement this principle in your life, start by identifying opportunities for shared experiences that you and your wife can enjoy together. The best memories are created through shared moments. Consider her interests, your mutual goals, and the activities that bring you both joy. The joy of shared experiences lies in the connection they create. Then, make it your mission to actively create and engage in these experiences. Shared experiences enrich the bond that holds your relationship together. By doing so, you'll foster a marriage that not only navigates life's challenges, but also thrives in connection, joy, and mutual understanding. As you embrace the principle of outshining your wife in creating shared experiences, you'll find that your relationship blossoms into a source of joy and connection. The best relationships are built on a foundation of shared moments and mutual growth. We've reached the end of our discussion on how to beat your wife, and I sincerely hope these insights have been valuable to you. Remember, your support is crucial to this channel. If this video has been helpful, made you reflect, or provided you with new perspectives, please give it a thumbs up. This will help others discover these important insights. Also, do subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.